Welcome to Fix It with Feng Shui Q&A, where I answer your Feng Shui questions. So if you have a Feng Shui question, ask it below or DM me on Instagram, and I'd love to answer it on a future episode. This question came from somebody who actually found me on Instagram, and if you haven't checked out my Instagram at Jill Ethia, you should, because there's tons of Feng Shui reels over there too, where you can learn even more about how to get the energy flowing in your home and life. And then they got on the email list, which is at jillethia.com, and asked this question, which was, how do I strengthen my family dynamic and my family bond? I want it to be stronger than it currently is. And this is a question I get asked quite a bit. And the nice part is there's two parts of your home that directly impact these relationships. And so the first part of your home that directly impacts these relationships is the community area. So when you're standing in your front door, when we lay the Bagwell map, we're creating that grid-like pattern on our main floor that divides our main floor into 9 equal areas. And this is super simple to do if you have a square or rectangular home. If you have an L shape, you got some missing pieces or a bunch of jut outs, but we can take care of that. If you haven't yet, the Feng Shui in 123 guidebook teaches you how to lay the Bagwell map, tells you exactly where the areas are, so I highly recommend that you check out that guidebook on the website, or put guidebook below and I'll send you a direct link. But that is something that will really help your Feng Shui journey, because whenever you need to shift the energy in some part of your life, you will know exactly where to go in your home and exactly what to do. But your community area, when you're standing in your front door, is in the middle third of your home on the left. Okay, and this area is all about relationships with family and friends. So it is where you go when you need to make a shift in that sort of part of your life. It actually also aligns with daily expenses, which I'm going to talk about in the next video. So be sure to watch that when it comes out as well, or if you're watching a replay of this one, check it out too. Now, in that community area, in the middle third of your home on the left, what you're going to do is you're going to add photos of, this person or, your family to strengthen the family bond. Preferably, I'd love there for it to be a recent photo of you, but if that's not possible, that's okay. Use photos from your memories. It's also a great place in your home to put all of the family photos, because it vibrates with the energy of that. So you're going to put the photos in this area. Now, actually in my home, this is the community area, and you'll see that behind me, I don't have a ton of photos in this area on this floor. I actually have more downstairs, because when you learn more about Feng Shui, then you Feng Shui upstairs and downstairs in a similar manner as you do on the main floor. But in this area, I have a bunch of family photos in that drawer, because it's super important to have them in this area anyway. So what I want you to know is you can display these photos, or you can tuck them away in a drawer or in a cupboard, and they'll still vibrate with the energy that you want. So preferably you want a recent photo or some really wonderful family memories. And I want you to place them in this area with a clear intention in mind of what you want out of this relationship. Now, whenever we're dealing with relationships with other people, just remember that you can't change somebody else. So you're shifting the energy in your home, and you're shifting your personal energy, which will shift your experience. But it is up to them how they react to that, what they do about that. So keep that in mind as you Feng Shui is you're not changing somebody else in the process, and that isn't your intention. You want to strengthen the relationship, but know that that comes from a shift within you and within the energy in your home. So you're going to add those family photos. You're going to also add the element of wood. So if you're putting the photos out, a wood picture frame is perfect. And the color green, and that can be hidden. So there's green behind this whole desk unit here, which is how I've added the color. And I just use poster board from the dollar store. Feng Shui can be quick, easy, and simple. Now, if you already have a bunch of family photos in this area and a bunch of wood and a bunch of green, what I want you to do is I want you to add a little bit more. It doesn't have to be something new. You can pull from other areas of your home, because that will shift the energy when you bring it into this space. But you need to add a little bit more, because you have a new intention in mind. And so that's what you learn in the Feng Shui in 123 guidebook, is you Feng Shui the main floor of your home. You get all the colors and elements going, and then as needed, as you need a boost in a certain area of your life, as you need something to shift, you add something new to that area. It doesn't have to be new to your home, but new to the area to create a boost in the energy. So you're going to add something new to this area, a new photo, some green, some wood. Maybe you don't even have any of those things in the area, so you're going to add them. In this area, if you have a bunch of metal decor, I don't know, a metal desk, like a bunch of metal in this area, you want to reduce that. So if you can take some of the metal away, do that, because metal chops wood, which then reduces the energetic impact of the main element in this area. Okay, if you can't move the metal, like if you'll see on here, there's some metal on this. This is a vintage piece that my grandparents had a store at their farm, and this is where they kept the receipts. There's a little bit of metal there. So I'm not gonna take those out. There's a ton of other wood elements in the room, so I know that I have an abundance of wood in this room. But what I also did was I added the element of fire. So what you can't see is in these drawers, there's a few tea light candles to counterbalance that metal element. So if you can't move the metal element out of your community area, I want you to add some fire. So place some candles there, add another light, just to balance out that energy, because that could be the issue is sometimes it's not about what we need to add, but it's about that reducing element in the area that we need to take away. So there's what you're gonna do in the community area. There's another area that you wanna focus on, and this is the creativity area in your home. And it sounds kind of funny, except that it's an area directly related to communication, which you need in any strong family dynamic or bond. And so it's also the equal and opposite area to the community area. So they actually strengthen and balance and play off one another. So the community area in your home is in the middle third of your home on the right. And I want you to add some metal to this area with your intention in mind of what you want with regards to the shift in family dynamic that you're looking for, or the dynamic with your friends, whatever it is. Okay, add some metal. You can literally add a roll of tin foil if that's all you have in your home. You can move some cookie sheets or baking sheets into that area. Don't worry about what it is, and the metal doesn't need to be visible to vibrate with the energy. So move a piece of decor if you can, and if you can't do that, then just move something you already have into that space with your intention in mind. As always, finishing with a blessing. Om Mani Padme Hum is the Feng Shui blessing, or a prayer or a thought of gratitude that this is happening in your life. So that's where you're going to begin to shift the dynamic. There's one other Feng Shui cure that is very popular, and it's always a little bit controversial when I bring it up because it's a sensitive subject and this is how people have decorated. But if you have a fireplace and a mantle, and if you have displayed all of your beautiful family photos above the fireplace or on that mantle, in Feng Shui, it is like burning up those relationships. So I'll leave that to you to decide what you're gonna do decor-wise if that's something you have, but just know that that is something that is a Feng Shui cure that you're going to want to visit. And as always, it is up to you, the shift that you want to create in your home, but it is up to me to tell you everything that I know about Feng Shui and how to shift the energy. If you need something different above your fireplace, putting a mirror above a fireplace is always a beautiful cure because fire energy is very yang energy, and that water just calms it down a little bit. Because it can create a lot of tension in a home. The only time we wouldn't put a mirror above the fireplace is if it is in the self-discovery area. So if you have any questions about how to shift the dynamic in your home with regards to relationships with family or friends, ask it below. If you have a question that you want answered on a future episode, ask that below as well, or DM me. If you're interested in the Feng Shui 123 guidebook, put guidebook below. I will send you a direct link. It is something I highly recommend you do because then it puts the power of Feng Shui back in your hands and it allows you to shift the energy in your home whenever you need. And I just want you to remind you that like it all begins at home. So when we have the energy flowing in our home, we have the energy flowing in our life, and we support your energy as well so you can continue to create whatever it is you truly want next in your life. I'll catch you on the next episode.